y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today and talk about dieting on vacation. How to stay on track really easily. I'm going to talk about different kinds, different places you might be. Condo, in a car, on an airplane, in airports, at good restaurants. We're going to cover all of those and I'll tell you how I make that. Let me start this by telling you what I do. I am not keto. I hear a lot of talk about keto and I think it's a great way of eating and I'm close to that, but I'm not. I'm low and healthy carb for 20 years. So this is very sustainable. So that is what you're going to see here. Some low, healthy, moderate carb. I get about 50 to 100 a day. And I'm going to start out on car trips. If I'm on a car trip, a day trip, or, just in the car on the way to an airport, I always make sure I have my Atkins bars. I like to eat natural food more than I like to eat Atkins, more than I like to eat anything processed. But I like to have these on hand for emergencies. They're the better of two evils. It's better than a candy bar or grabbing something fast food. And then in a Ziploc bag, I put a handful of Craisins, kind of a big serving of Craisins, and either some almonds, some raw almonds, or Planters, some kind of pistachio mix or something like that. The raw almonds are healthier. These have peanut oil added, but they're delicious. So I will add, nuts and cranberries. So Atkins, I have my cranberries and nuts. I always make sure I have a lot of water because it keeps me full. It keeps me full. It's good for you, so always keep water. And then I keep apples because these are so portable. I wash a handful of apples and I keep them in my purse. These don't mess with my blood sugar. I can eat them all day long, so I keep an apple. So apple, nuts and cranberries, and Atkins bars. That keeps me good on a road trip. And then if they're stopping at fast food, I don't have to get it because I could live on this for a week. But let's say we do stop at fast food and I need something. I need something heavier than just a snack. I order 1 or 2 grilled chicken sandwiches and then I take the bread off because I'm gluten-free. When I was just low and healthy carb, I would eat half the bun on one of them and then just the chicken on the other. I just get the protein, half a bun. Since I'm gluten-free, I just take the chicken off. It's a great shot of protein. I could also do a salad. I have to be careful with salads because I add cranberries, I add dressing, or I don't really want it. And I will start, kind of getting a little bit thick if I eat too many salads. So I like to do the sandwich and take the bun off or leave half the bun. When flying, that's the same as a car trip. In my purse, little carry-on, I bring a bunch of apples, nuts and cranberries, Atkins bars, and waters. I always have that when I'm in an airport. Same as a car. Okay, next, good restaurants. I'm focusing on good meat, salmon, steak, chicken, any kind of meat they have, I'll eat it. Sausage, whatever they have. Good veggies, just naked, cooked in butter or whatever they cook it in, but broccoli, mixed vegetables, no starches like potatoes and things like that. I stay away from those. I usually end up with a protein, fish, chicken, or steak, and good, healthy steamed veggies. A lot of times I will have them add a side of guacamole because avocados are so good for you. Nature's little superfood and good fat, so I like to add some guacamole to the side or get nuts in there somehow. And the veggies will usually have butter, and the meat a lot of times will have some fat on it. I just really stay away from starches. I stay away from the potatoes, the sweets, everything. And then if everybody else is getting desserts, I get coffee. And if it's late at night, I'll get decaf. And that just makes me feel good and satisfied. It's kind of heavy, kind of a heavier feel like a dessert would be. And so I'll get coffee. Also, iced tea. Unsweet iced tea with a bunch of lemon and sweetener and a water. So that I'm really drinking a lot. And then by the time I leave, I don't feel like I'm deprived at all. I will tell y'all the last time I had a cheat meal on a vacation was back in about 2014. We went to a seafood place in Destin, Florida. And instead of getting the grilled fish, I got fried fish. And when we left, I felt horrible. I felt heavy. I felt bloated. And I thought, I'm never doing that again. And that was probably the last cheat meal I had on a vacation, just because if you focus on how it makes you feel, and I always want to feel good on vacation because I'm always a little bit stressed when I travel. So I'm trying to feel good. So if you focus on how you feel, just like at home, how's this going to make me feel? You want to feel good. You want to be in a good mood so you can enjoy your vacation. Always focus on how you feel. Okay, this one's a little bit longer. In a condo. So I'll tell you the list that I just took to Wyoming. And it really worked out good. I got a bunch of waters. Really stuck up on water so I can always be drinking. A bag of apples. Y'all, I lived on apples and nuts so much when I was out of town. Apples. I got a ton of them, and they're just easy to grab. Then I still had my craisins and my nuts from my trip, and I stocked up on more of those. When I was out of town, I bought some raw almonds. I've always taken my Atkins Bars with me. I always get coconut milk, and when you get this, be sure it's the 45 calorie and sweet. That's sweet. It's almost like a milkshake. This has 45% of your calcium for the day, 1 cup of this. This and a multivitamin helps me get to like 100% of my calcium. So coconut milk. Did not realize that had that much calcium until actually today. I got a jar of peanut butter. This was so good because with apples, I would get a giant spoon of peanut butter. I'm not scared of fat, so I will eat some peanut butter. Put it on apples, eat it by the spoon, fills you up. A lot of mornings, that's what I did for breakfast. Then I got a block of cheese. Always have the cheese handy. And again, good with apples. These really saved me. Cherries and grapes are also good because they're easy to throw in a bag if you're going out. So like we went to Yellowstone and I grabbed apples. I grabbed cheese and sandwich meat. That was a delicious lunch. I did not feel like I was deprived of the bread because of the apple. It was the sweet, the salty. Then I had the cheese. These are good for at home too for lunch or a snack. But yeah, this was a great lunch. Canned meats. Chicken, tuna, just good, fast protein. I tend to grab for peanut butter more than these, but these are great to have around in the condo and at home. Bags of salad. Again, I have to be real careful with this. It will start pudging me up because I put the cranberries and then I really douse it with the dressing. You be better than me, but the bag salads, they're nice, you know, to have around. The dressing, don't forget your dressing if you're in the condo. Then for breakfast, eggs and bacon. Easy to, you know, just throw together for a good start your day, starting my day with some good protein. Also, I like to, when I first get there, boil a dozen eggs and eat those for snacks. That's a lot of good protein to have laying around. Then I also take, and this is from my trip, I take a Ziploc full of coffee and I double bag it so that it won't spill in my luggage. But I always take coffee, and this saves me because a lot of times the people around me might be drinking cocktails, and I do not like to drink a lot of alcohol because alcohol turns to straight sugar in your system, and it's also not good for my nervous system because I've had some nerve issues in the past. So I might have one cocktail and then I'm on coffee and then I don't feel deprived. If you don't like coffee, you know, whatever your favorite is. Then my sweetener of choice, which is Sweet and Low. I'm about to try Splenda Naturals. My sister really likes that. And then coffee mates. And sometimes I get flavored coffee mates, so like the French vanilla or the hazelnut or Italian cream. And those make me feel like I'm having a treat. And this saves me on vacations just like it saves me at home. Also, in the frozen food section, they always have those pre-cooked meats, hamburger patties, chicken, and I like to cook a couple of those so I can just throw them. I'm all about the easy though. I'm always wanting the easy. And I'm going to put a list down below in case you're going on vacation so you can use it. It might help you get started. Anyway, that is how I survive my vacations, and I always come back lighter than when I went. I do better on trips. Hope this helps somebody and hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.